JaggerG.
Okay, so the last time this was seen at a GDQ was in 2012. I ran this at SGDQ, and by my standards, it was a decent run. But that's not like real standards.
These guys are going to destroy the game.
Yeah, it's impressive to just like be able to do a 1% run in general. It's we aim to go fast. we have
Well,
we have slightly different strats than you.
You have much better strats than me. You also don't
scarier
die to
strats.
the 1% fish.
Often
You know exactly what fish that is.
happens from time to time.
so how do you define 1% then?
1% is love, 1% is life.
So the runner's going to be doing 1%, which means they're only going to be picking up one item expansion, which is actually a missile tank, which is impossible to skip. Very hard to
not quite-
skip.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Not
not
quite impossible.
It's not impossible. It has been done on console by 4 people.
One being him.
Yep.
Shout outs to Sam, Secret Key, and
Spidey Whitey.
Spidey Whitey for pulling off Bob Skip as well. It's called Bob Skip because
We'll
we named
explain
him
that
Missile
more
Tank
when we
Bob.
get there.
Yeah.
It's like half an hour in.
Hey, we should do a roll call. So I'm Kirbymastah. My chat asked me to wear sunglasses, so I am.
I am JaggerG. I am
Biospark.
really bad at text matching.
Oh, sorry. I'm Biospark.
Dragon Dark.
And I am Vesper. Shout out to Miles.
Shout outs to Prime 2, granted this first try. Shout outs to me practicing it.
Look at how fast his text matching is. Or how slow mine is, rather.
Yeah, so normally we go for in-game time, but since this is a race, we go by real time, and that means your text mashing matters, so you have to be good at that.
And there's a lot of text in this game.
Yeah, there's a bit too much, but it's mostly all in the beginning.
We'll still kind of be interested in getting our in-game time at the end, but pretty much we won't really care unless we manage to do it without dying. Because otherwise, I mean, we've done...
Like all three of us have in-game times of less than 50 minutes, single segment, meaning we never died or saved or anything like that. So I guess we had like the top 3 1% runners right here. And so there's a very good chance that at least one of us will be able to finish this race without dying. Hopefully all 3 of us. But because this is a marathon and a race, we're probably all of us are going to be safety saving at certain spots. So, because dying is very costly in this game.
And it's also a very real possibility for 1%.
Later into the game, it's very easy to die, like in one hit.
I always forget to safety save, so that'll probably be my downfall.
Oh yeah, guys, don't get the missile tank. Don't get the first missile tank.
Yeah, for the most part, like most enemies don't kill you in 1 hit, but almost all of them kill you in like 2 or 3. So generally we don't bother picking up the health refills, the yellow X that fly out at enemies, but that's mainly because there's like before and after every boss there's essentially a full health refill. It technically only gives 500 health, but we won't have more than 99 ever, so. Oops.
We'll get a $100 donation from Elliot Samadi. Save the animals because I like cannons. I'll donate 25 more if Kirby takes off his sunglasses.
So I'm gonna try and go for a double shot in this eye door, but
This is
it's really hard.
1%,
Oh, I just got it.
Yeah, 1%. This is 1%.
Perfect eye door, wow.
Very nice.
That's gonna put me way far ahead.
I guess get a double. I did get a double.
Nice.
0 beam my door.
So basically, if you hit something with 2 missiles in the same frame,
Dagger King's
it'll
bad
do
luck.
I
damage of
ran
both.
out of missiles.
Oh, that's kind of bad.
Okay, GG.
Yeah, so eye doors
Hey,
are
we still get Zazabi to make up for it.
Oh, whoops, bad.
eye doors are very, very, very random in this game. They can shoot up to 4 times before actually becoming vulnerable. And yeah, the ones early in the game take 3 missiles each, so it can shoot up to 12 times.
This is a really bad fight.
Dang.
Missile drop, come back.
Basically, until the runners have the charge beam, this race is going to be pretty much decided by eye doors.
Pretty much. Biospark and I got pretty much perfect luck,
And
I think.
also a bit of missile management in Sector 1.
Okay, what you just saw JaggerG do there was crap. I forgot the name for it.
Double missile?
Yeah,
We just call it a double missile.
Because it's like 2 missiles hitting at the same time.
Yeah, what they're doing.
Pretty clever naming, I think.
Makes sense.
Basically, what they're doing is they're trying to manipulate the Core X to fly into their missiles, because the Core X, despite it being round, actually has a square hitbox. So what they're doing is sort of creating a wall of missiles to the side of it. It just causes the SAX, sure.
The Corex.
The Core X to run into it and get hit twice. Since it has a long invulnerability period, this ends up skipping an entire cycle, which adds up over the course of the run.
Yeah, and it's the same idea for IDORs, except they're a lot harder.
Yeah. For the
Those are
Idors,
frame perfect, aren't they?
No, that you
Close.
can actually shoot them 1 frame apart. Same with I-Corexes.
like if you shoot a missile around the frame that you spin, the missile comes out from behind you, which is what allows for IDORs to be possible on console. Because your first missile is behind you, your second missile comes out later.
Yeah, it basically comes from the bottom left of your sprite.
Also, you should listen to everything Biospark says because he also TASs this game.
Technically, it's the bottom back of the sprite.
Technically.
If you're facing left.
Biospark is literally god of this game.
For reference, the record for any percent is 46 minutes by me and Biospark, though Biospark wants to get a 45. 100% is 105 by Biospark, and 1% is 47 by Biospark. Jagger has a 48, I have a 49 for 1%, single segment.
Did you open the door before you destroyed it?
No,
Dang.
save the frames.
Fair enough. There's a small bit of trivia. If you open the door when before that cutscene plays with the SAX destroying the door, it'll just shoot the door anyway and it'll explode. I don't know what I guess it's hitting the side of the door or something.
So in this
Depth
sector,
perception,
it's
whatever.
really important to stay at full health, because if you're at full health and you don't have full missiles, every single X will be a green X, which refills your missiles. And it's really important to have as many as you can in 1%.
So we got a $200 donation from Dragon Fangs. All right, guys.
Nice.
Dragon Fangs!
Dragon Fangs.
Clap, 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 clap.
All right, guys, this was fun enough last time. Let's do it again. $1,000 minus 100 for every death in the winning run. Good luck and no pressure.
Oh! No, Dragon Fangs did the same thing
Someone is
in
deathless.
SGDQ.
Everyone let him win.
Just a note, Dragon Fangs is a very known zero mission and fusion runner. He also TASs both games. He's very good at both games. So you should give him a follow. It's just twitch.tv/DragonFangs, as how it's spelled.
This is the same guy that put the pressure on me at AGDQ to go deathless.
Any Dragon Darch died only one time.
I got sniped. That's not good.
That luck.
I'm gonna have to stop for X, just to be safe.
Oh, come on. I'm so bad at this room.
It's very easy to get screwed over in this sector.
Yeah, the sector is actually a lot of RNG.
Alright, that's not good. I only have 2 missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
We got $80 from JRP2234.
JRP.
Greetings from Australia. As a Fusion speedrunner myself, I wish you all the best of luck. Shoutouts to everyone in the Fusion Skype group. Let JaggerG decide where this money goes. Good work on the amazing event.
So unfortunately, I have to farm here a bit. But
Me too. Hey, how about that?
I took it very safe and stopped for like a few extra drops than I needed. Because of that, I didn't have to stop.
2 red X.
2 red X.
What's the
Biospark just got 2 red X from 1 pirate.
The red X's are pretty much an automatic refill for everything.
Why did I not grab that?
That's awesome.
What are the chances in that happening?
Very low.
It's basically 1 in 1,000.
What's the chances for 1 red X?
Oh, it's the same, because it's based on a frame rule.
So you can't have 1 red X appear and 1 yellow X from the same space pirate.
Wow, this IDOR luck. It's crazy.
Idor luck.
I swear I'm really good at this game, guys.
So you can also double these.
One
But
beanie.
it's a lot harder,
than
yeah.
doubling the cores.
I fell down.
I think I got one. Yeah. So that normally takes 4 rounds, but it took 3.
No doubles. Still 1 beam, which is good luck. How many doubles did you get, Biospark?
Just 1.
So now Biospark has the charge beam, which is probably the most busted thing in the entire game.
Yeah, you basically want to charge it all the time.
Yeah, charge beam is very powerful.
Unlike Zero Mission, where it's like almost useless.
Yeah, it's pretty much crap in Zero Mission.
It has one use in 100%.
Like most of the uses for a charge beam in Zero Mission are merely conveniences and usually don't save time. So, usually. There are a few very, very minor time savers. Oh, Jagger, the idle luck. Despite JaggerG being quite a bit behind, this can change easily by someone dying or anything really, because this is 1%.
Yeah, just any of the randomness in this run. A couple bosses can easily cost time, eye doors. It's very possible for him to make this
This is a very dangerous race
One
category.
of the next bosses coming up, Zazabi, is very random and can completely change the outcome of this race.
Fun fact regarding the luck in this game. My personal best, compared to Biospark's personal best, lost about 50 seconds due to luck.
Yeah, my PB for this run was I only had four or five idle shots, which is really crazy.
It was 4. And,
So far I have
no
0,
roll.
which is really good.
On average, it's like about 14 shots.
Yeah, 10 to
Throughout
15,
the game.
like around 15 would be an average, I'd say. There's 10 idors total, but the first 2 you have to shoot 3 times, so you can't win a KO them. So the first 2 are kind of like 3 each. So it's kind of more like 14 idors throughout the entire game. And we basically pass through, quote, quote, the first 6 idors. Unless you double them. So like, a third of the idor luck is literally within like the first 10 minutes of a run.
I think the most amount of I-beams if you don't miss any shots is about, I think it's 56 or something like that.
14 times 4.
Yeah,
Yes.
56.
So that would be ridiculous. 4 on 1 idor is really bad luck, and it's actually kind of rare.
We can do math, we swear.
I don't think it's 50-50. I think it is 50-50, but no one's really fully confirmed that 100%. It just seems like it.
Wait, are you talking about the idors?
Like the chance that you shoot a beam or not, yeah.
It's 43% chance that it opens.
Oh, okay. Listen to that guy then.
Yeah, I think it's actually supposed to be like 7/16 or something chance that it opens. It's really random. Why
Close
they
to
chose that.
50-50 enough though. Close enough to 50-50.
Got a $100 donation from Chris Pankow. Been watching since last year. Really love the format and the cause. FF6 is my favorite, and a 100% run would be great. Keep up the great work. $35 from Zareshi. Had to donate again for one of my favorite Metroid games. Good luck, guys. Save the animals.
I approve.
$35 from Greg11. Props to the person who untangled the cables. You rock, buddy. Keep them cables untangled.
So this part's kind of notoriously dangerous for casual players because the red Zoros here, the red dudes, I'm about that Insector 2 do 45 damage, which is a lot of damage this early in the run. But if you know where they are, they usually aren't too big of a deal. So in a speed run.
What is that?
I think there's a dance party next door or something.
I think it's just in the bin next door. I don't think it was
That was just me. I'm sorry.
I wonder if you can hear that on stream.
The jump. No.
$20 from Oni, donating another $20 for Metroid Fusion. I've been speedrunning this game since some month now, thanks to Kirbymastah. Good luck, everyone, and Adam is authorizing you to wrecked.sax.
Oh, the SAX is not one of the hardest parts of the run, FYI.
So if you screw up, you'll probably die pretty quickly. So don't screw up.
Yeah, like a lot of people expect the bosses to be the hardest part of 1%, and they can be hard. They can be run killers, but it's actually they're not that bad, honestly. With a lot of practice, like Nightmare and Yakuza are not that bad, as you'll hopefully see. A lot of times, just random stuff that you don't expect to kill you.
Key hunters.
Fish.
Yeah, key hunters, fish, random crap, energy tanks. Forgetting this is 1%.
Yeah, so regarding the one-hit kills, I think 3 bosses will one-hit kill you with certain attacks, and there's one enemy in the game, the key hunters, that have an attack that does 137 damage. So,
Yep.
yeah, regular enemies are
Fun
at
fact
least
though,
as
when
scary
you
as
have
the
gravity
bosses.
suit, it only does 17 damage.
Gravity suit is OP. I think Biospark made a spreadsheet of like all the damage reduction values for Varia and Gravity Suit, and
Zero
it's different
beams
for
so
every
far,
enemy.
this is really
It's
crazy.
different for every enemy, so it's really weird.
Really weird variances as well.
Alright, so yeah, this boss is really random. It can waste between 3 and 12 jumps. So that's a good start so far. It hasn't wasted any.
At $150 from Dr. P, the Metroid block has been great so far. Best of luck to the runners in the fusion race. Save the animals.
Whoa, I just got a 3 jump!
Wait, what did you get?
Biospark just got a 3-jump Zazabi.
What?
With no idol.
Are you serious? 3 jumps?
That's a 1 in 64 chance.
I've only gotten it like 3 times ever. It's ridiculous.
What is with this
And
marathon
sweet
luck?
spot. And sweet spot.
Isn't it supposed to be like really bad luck? I've gotten perfect luck so far.
Well, I don't see envy
It's
in the
the
room right
opposite of
now.
what your practice runs go through. So you remember that race from last night? Yeah, it's gonna be the opposite of that.
Yes, you see what Kirby's getting over here.
I got 11 jumps, which is really bad luck.
That's the second worst, yeah. It's
I
like a
lost like
3 in
another
64
at least 10
chance.
seconds on Biospark. Here goes a double. There we go.
And now let's see what Jagger
No sweet
gets.
So if you're doing a 100% run, you can actually just charge right through this room and take damage from the SAX, but obviously we can't do that since we don't have enough health.
3.
You got a $150 donation from Mama Spark. Good luck to
Mama
Biospark.
Sparks. Thanks, Mom.
Ten.
10.
Okay, so Kirby got 11, Biospark got 3, and Jagger just got 10.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's out of my control.
Well, to be fair, you have spent a lot of time training your cartridge.
He rolled out all the jumps.
Oops. Forgot to press A. That's kind of important. Oops.
Why did I? Okay, whatever.
Wait, did you get the spring ball trick? Biospark?
Yeah, I did.
Does it work? It's extremely difficult to do, and it's somewhat random how you need to avoid it, and you have a very small amount of time to react to whatever random outcome the SAX decides to pull. Like it can, once you get over it, it can turn around and shoot immediately, or it can wait for you to try to jump over something.
Yeah, it's
so it can
essentially
shoot you
random.
when you land.
Yes, I got all 4 shots on the button.
Or it can shoot diagonally. Hey, I didn't fall down, sweet.
Yeah, that one was pretty sloppy for me.
Had 2 donations from Mysterious Rose, totaling $109. Metroid Fusion was one of my childhood games. Happy to see it getting broken down and reformed into an amazing speedrun. Good luck. Donation announcer's choice. Much love to the 3DX chat community who are all watching right now. $50 from Praxis. I asked my friend what he wanted for his birthday, and he told me to donate the money here, so thanks Stephen Crichton.
Oh, whoops.
Kirby, what are you doing?
I forgot you have to go left for sector 4.
So, fun fact, Sector 4 is the only sector where you don't go right when you enter the sector. Kirby has somehow forgot this.
Yeah, I was like watching Biospark and JaggerG because I'm like, oh, all I have to do is hold right and mash B for the next screen.
So not too much of this. Our routes and strategies have changed since Biospark's admitted his 49-minute 1% run on SDA. Over the past couple of years, we've been looking for the little frame-saving tricks, and we came up with a few different ways to go through rooms.
You basically just got good.
Yeah. It's just like every couple of weeks we're just like, oh, what if you do this instead? And we're like, well, okay, we could try that. And it ends up not being faster, but eventually we find something.
I might take off my mic if this is going on.
Ruined my perfect eye door luck.
Oh. 3 beam. Forfeit.
Hashtag never dog quit.
So
I'm going to
pause buffer
safety
this
save because
because
I'm a
a
noob.
scrub.
Nice.
Aw, that should have been good. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, that pause buffering is a placebo. You don't need
Oh,
it.
shoot. That's bad.
That's not good.
Oh, wow.
You got lucky.
Just letting you guys catch up.
There. This boss is completely random in what it does on movement, so he kind of needs it to get in a position where he can smack it in the face.
What do I do?
Like
There you
that.
go.
Something we haven't gone over is that Charge Beam, in addition to doing triple the damage of a normal shot, also creates a flare around right in front of Samus, which does an additional, right now, 6 damage. Samus has 50 HP, so the hitting it with the flare both times allows you to get it, kill it in 2 shots instead of 3.
Yeah, typically if you hit
This
it
is
with
not
a
good.
charge beam, it'll take like, 3. If you only hit it with like half the charge beam, it'll take like 5 shots. Generally, like I tend to beat it in about 6 or 7 shots somehow.
And you have to be close enough so that both the beam and the flare hit at the same time.
Yeah, I'm pretty special at this boss.
Ooh, whoa.
Wow.
So,
That was kind of close.
Dang it.
Meanwhile, we're clapping for Kirby clutching it out, and Jagger just had like almost the perfect fight.
It could have been better. It was
It was the
that
best of the
zigzag
3.
pattern. I actually prefer the other ones. The other ones, he'll die right away. The other,
He got
yes.
the one,
Okay, so right there
Well,
is
very nice.
that's a
What
trick.
he just did there was actually a little bit more difficult than it seemed. Someone want to explain that? I'm bad at that.
I can do it. Basically, low height shine spark is if you spark as low to the ground as possible.
Jagger!
Oh my god!
He's going backwards!
You got it! Your first try? Holy crap.
First try, wall jumping up the water.
Well, how much time did that save?
A couple seconds.
Well, there goes that.
It's gone.
well, I did fall the first time, but yeah, I always go for. After practice, it's not that hard. I swear. Really, guys, trust me. It's just that to practice it, like, and anyone that practices will notice it. If you miss it too many times, if you try it for too long, it will be physically painful on your hands because
You have to wall jump really fast.
It'll cramp up your hands pretty
Kirby,
quickly.
did you get low height?
No, I missed it.
Okay.
If you're trying it for like more than a minute, it'll start to get pretty bad.
Jumping in this game is way harder than Super Metroid.
Not really. I'm not sure exactly.
It's just different.
It's easier than
Yeah,
It's
Mission.
just different.
It
Yeah.
speeds up your mid-air momentum or speed.
Yeah, I believe you go 50% faster in the air
Yeah,
than if you wall
basically.
jump.
Whereas I believe Super Metroid, it just retains your speed.
I think it just acts as a normal jump when you wall jump.
None of us run Super Metroid, so we're not sure. But I know Zero Mission, the frame window to press A is like 8 frames, and Fusion's like 10 frames, something like that. So it's a little bit tighter in Zero Mission.
It's like 9 or 10, yeah.
But Zero Mission's wall jumping is really bad for horizontal distance, but you can single wall jump, and it's a lot faster overall. So Zero Mission is better for vertical movement, and Fusion's is more useful for going between walls or
So I'm gonna go for a frame
movement.
perfect trick here. If you crouch the moment you land with a speed boost, you can actually store Shine Spark. Oh, I missed it. I'm looking for a particular frame when to crouch, but it's only 1 frame, so it's pretty hard. The alternative is like hardly any slower, so.
Isn't it like 2 seconds faster to get the Shrine Spark?
It's only like half a second faster, I think.
Okay.
Save them frames.
Got a $40 donation from Jack Lee going to Kirby's Choice. $25 from Bear Shark. It was the Metroid block last year that got me into the whole game's done quick, and I got so excited to see that Fusion was on the list as it was my first Metroid game. It's always great to see such passion in the runners for the games they play, and to donate money to such a worthwhile cause. The chance to win an Alpaca Samus plushie is just a nice bonus. Let's go save the animals.
Got it.
Nice.
Hi, Bob.
So this is the one missile tank that makes up 1%. And to get around it involves a very complicated series of jumps while storing a Shine Spark.
Kirbymastah just got the trick that motion booster.
Oh, shit. Oh, you got it, Kirby?
I got it, yeah.
I swear that's not the hard part.
I missed that.
Got a $100 donation from Brewers. Just want to help because I love speedruns. Today was a good day for me, so I decided to share my happiness with you.
Come on, one of us has to get Data Room Spark.
I missed it.
Phew.
So you don't actually have to make the ground rumble to trigger the box fight. You just have to get close enough to the trigger.
Yeah, I think the trigger for the rumbling and the trigger for the actual fight's like 1 block apart. So. Hi, Bob.
That's not good. I missed 1 missile, so now it takes a lot longer.
Yeah, so side hoppers are really dangerous in this area as they will 2-shot you.
Yeah, you go around 50, 60
damage.
damage, something like that.
Yeah, my health is lower than I'd like it to be right now.
See if you can get this.
Not a
One's
Metroid run
beeping.
without beeping stress, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kirby got it.
Got it!
Nice.
That spark is a lot more difficult than it looks.
The spark isn't
2 frame window, is it?
Well,
No,
it depends on how many times you pause, and it depends on how far you slide
Jagger got it.
along.
Nice. Without pause buffering, I think, right?
Yeah, of course.
Very nice.
Yeah, generally you'll wanna like let go of the control pad so that you start skidding along the ground and hit down on the very last possible moment.
The Jagger can catch
As
up.
far to the right, I don't want to take missiles from this guy.
Can't shoot on box, Jagger.
Oh, I did not know that was solid from below. Okay.
As far to the right on the data room platform as possible. So essentially you can't actually download the super missiles until that platform lowers all the way. So you'll just want to spend as much time on the platform before you charge the Shine Spark to give you a little extra time. If you don't do that, it's actually still possible to pull off the data room Shine Spark, but it's, the few frames it saves makes a difference. It's a huge
Alright,
difference.
pause right. Don't forget the safety save.
I was about to say.
Safety save. Don't
Yeah.
get the E-tank.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, I want the couch to remind me to safety save. Right
Safety
before Mega
save.
X.
'Cause we're all kind of used to doing single segment runs and not saving at all, so you kind of need to be reminded. Because if you die, you start over from the last time you saved, and I don't think Jagger saved a single time yet. So if he dies,
I
he has
have.
to start auto. Okay.
Saris.
Okay. I'm not sure about Biospark, but
No, I haven't saved.
So bad at this text. scrolling.
Jagger's catching up to me a bit. My box fight was pretty bad. This was decent, I think.
Mine was bad.
Okay, never mind.
I tanked like 2 missiles right at the.
Yeah, I shot the missile forward instead of down, so.
You guys were all about pretty even on the box in terms of how good it went.
Wow.
So I have just enough missiles to go through this missile barrier up here. Otherwise, I'd have to shine spark through it.
Yeah, it's about
Which is actually
a second
slower.
Surprisingly, we wanted so hard to believe like 10 years ago that shine sparks were always faster
Yeah.
under any circumstance, but it turns out a lot of the times,
They're not.
yeah,
They have a
it's-
startup animation and a bonk animation.
Like one example.
Which lose a lot of time.
One example is right after we unlock the level 2 doors in Sector 3, you could shine spark through 3 rooms around, but that's actually slower than just jumping through, because if you just jump through the speed boost blocks, you just keep running and you start another short speed boost before you have to jump. And there's no bonk or startup.
So here, since I only have 2 missiles and
Save.
I don't have full health, I can't really rely on luck to get some extra missiles, so I'm gonna play it safe and use the shine spark method. Lose a second, unfortunately.
Yes.
But it's a shine spark, so it looks cool at least.
Look at
So
Biospark showing off.
since I have time to mess around here, I like to make this pretty pattern in the powerbomb box.
Don't remember to safety save.
So the powerbomb only does 20 damage for some reason. When you think that the SAX being as powerful as it is would do a lot more damage, but I guess not. Oh, safety save. Just barely remembered.
Got $20 from LLK. Hi, Jagger. Everyone at TSG's Pokeathon is watching you right now. Don't screw this up. You're our only representative at SGDQ. We love you, Jagger. Also, Biospark and Kirbymastah are rad, too.
Thanks, Jazz.
Ooh.
These eye doors are making up for earlier.
I'm not gonna get the pattern. Yeah. This run's dead. Look at this ugly block right here.
So the boss that Biospark is fighting right now, the Megacore X, is very difficult in 1%, just because of how much damage it does.
Yeah. For me, Mega X is actually the hardest boss in the game for me.
Could have been dead there.
More so than Nightmare and Yakuza combined, in my opinion.
I had to double check my health. I wasn't sure if I would survive that.
There's a double.
I had a run earlier where I wasn't paying attention. I actually had 19 health. That's pretty funny.
Please.
Oh. Okay.
So sometimes even if you get the Core X to die like right near the sweet spot, it still will take a while to form. Just kind of annoying.
Potential death right here.
By the way, there's aerial bomb jumps. I just did some. They're very useful in this game.
You're useful in 1% or 100%. There's some missile tank you could
Why did you go that way? Okay. You suck.
That's my fault, I'm sorry.
So leaving this sector really sucks because there's these puffers and you pretty much can't do anything about them if they're in your way. Is someone YOLOing?
Sweet spot. Very nice.
Dang it.
No one died.
No one died.
Yay!
There aren't really any more super dangerous spots in 1% until like Meltdown.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then
know about
from there on,
Kirby
there
and
are-
Jagger, but my next safety save isn't until the Yakuza fight,
Yeah, like there's a lot of all the run killers are pretty much in the
aka
second
the
half of
spider
the run.
boss.
Most of them. Whoa, okay.
No, actually, the worst boss. Called an egg.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Come on.
Puffers.
Boss.
Puffers are really bad because if you damage them, they damage you back. So on your first visit to Sector 6, your main way to get around them is just to go around them or take damage on purpose.
Yeah,
Once-
sometimes it's better to just damage boost through them.
Yeah. but this is 1%, so it's kind of dangerous to take damage intentionally.
Won't stop us.
And when you revisit, though, you have ice missile, you have diffusion missiles, so you're actually better off freezing them and then going around them. So.
Got a $20 donation from Henning. Watched every GDQ since I got introduced to speedrunning. I'm baffled every time again how incredibly smooth the event goes. No big breaks, just game after game of amazing speedrunning. Thank you all for this amazing event and let the weekend begin. Greetings from Germany.
Sector 5 is relatively relaxing. Like, there's a ton of ice eggs everywhere that heal you 30 or 40 HP.
It's 30.
Yeah, and there isn't very much that can really outright kill you, at least in your first 2 visits.
So speaking of Sector 5, there's I was mentioning earlier how like very little has changed in terms of routing, but like.
Are you going for reverse ice? Oh god.
Obviously.
Don't do it.
Please don't do it.
Who do you think I am? Come on. So, what was I saying? Most of these tricks, like a lot of these major tricks and route changes, like a lot of people would be surprised because they talk a lot about how this game is so much more linear than other Metroids. There are a couple of alternate routes. You saw one earlier in Sector 4. I was doing an underwater wall jump. You're gonna see another one coming up. It saves about 1 second.
And if you fail, you lose like 30.
If you fail, you lose 15 real-time seconds, about 7.5 in-game time.
You'll note that only Jagger is going to go for this.
Because he's Jagger and he's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like alternate riskier strats that Jagger likes to go for, so we
Yeah.
just call them Jagger strats.
This is what essentially the route that speedruns will be using in like 2 years. Right?
That extra second really makes that difference.
Even though these tricks were discovered like 12 years ago.
So this is the way me and Kirby will go.
We've got a $10 donation from Naboxo. Hey,
Naboxo!
Kirby. Hey Kirby, how do you manage to backseat game while you're running yourself? $35 from Slucky7. Hey, what's up guys? Loving the marathon so far and have been hyped for this race since the schedule was originally announced. Good luck, have fun, and bless the RMG. P.S. The wall jump window for Super Metroid is 10 frames. Bid choice goes to Kirbymastah for getting into Metroid Fusion speedrunning.
Jagger, should we call serious time for you?
Why would I do that?
Who do you think he is?
I bet everyone
You
to
know, if you
talk
get the
very
first
loud.
try. If you get it first try, oh my god.
Just a note, what Jagger's about to do is a 1-frame trick.
It's basically the same trick Biospark was talking about earlier in Sector 3 and that Kirbymastah got earlier as well. Oh. There goes 15 seconds.
I'm stopping by a lot of drops because I took some damage, and that was my mistake, so I'm trying to get some missile drops because you need a lot of ice missiles for a meltdown.
You got it.
Second try.
Not yet.
Nice.
He's not out of the woods.
The rest of this is really easy, but it's still possible to
Very
mess
nice.
up.
Second
you
try,
go.
good enough.
You got it.
That saved 1 second
The main game time.
and lost 15 for the first try.
Oh yeah, emergency in Franker Z.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, chat, you know what to do. Emergency in Franker Z.
Emergency in Franker Z. Go. Oops.
Uh-huh.
Your gun just
slipped.
decided to point up for no reason.
Well, my thumb slipped. I did hit up. Okay, game, that was my fault.
Only this time, though.
they're going at it. They're doing it.
Are they saying it?
Yep. Chat responded to emergency and Franker Z.
Emergency and Franker Z. Keep spamming it until we're all done.
Who has the...
Keep it coming, guys.
Keep it coming.
Bark, check it, the Franker Z bark. Here, Z bark, softly bark, 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 Franker Z.
Got a $30 donation from EOD Guy Dave. Really enjoying the run so far. Here's a few monies for the Fluttershy shirt guy to choose where it goes.
Wow, that red glare on Biospark's TV.
It's okay. You can still see.
Oh my god, a glare.
And Kirbymastah has a yellow glare?
Yeah, it kind of has a
It
weird yellow
really
glare.
has a yellow glare going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you can't see it on screen, but on the TVs, it just the coloring's a little bit off.
Mine is just right.
$10 from Anonymous. Lost so much sleep following SGDQ this year, but it's been worth every frame saved. Best of luck to all the Fusion runners, and may the best man win.
Idors are not going good.
My
with
Idor
Biospark
luck
now.
just ran out.
You wasted on all the early Idors and Sazabi.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what Biospark is doing here is another trick to get 2 missiles on one
Oh,
cycle.
I missed them all. Oh well. It's hard on this boss to see when the missiles bounce off.
Ooh, that was close.
Don't question anything that Jagger does that involves a Shine Spark.
Yeah. Well, that actually, I believe that loses time. However, I wanted to Shine Spark there specifically to hit that stretchy and get a missile refill from
Yeah,
it.
I do that too for 1% just because it gets you 2 free green X.
1, 2. 3.
$35 from Camphor Wolf. As always, it's fantastic to see another another Metroid race. Hopefully, I won't hurt myself with the massive
Whoa,
butt punch that
okay.
was AGDQ's Super Metroid race. Shoutouts to my bro Spencer, who introduced me to the awesomeness that was speedrunning. Another $5 will come if everyone says too spooky for me on the Nightmare boss.
Yeah, I kind of messed up all my setups there, so I was like, oh, I don't know what to do.
So the Idor here, 3 for Biospark and Kirby, 4 for Jagger.
Yep.
I took it a bit safe there because I screwed up.
Yeah, I think I was originally going to plan on saving things for Meltdown, because it's kind of dangerous.
Jagger just
but
got a double.
I kinda forgot.
Oh,
Jagger got double
Jagger
double.
got a
Nice.
double.
Wow.
The double-double, that's pretty much perfect.
And this is still kind of a bad meltdown time, though. But
All right, the emergency in
Not as
Franker Z
bad.
is over. Mods, please ban anyone that posts Franker Z.
please don't do it. Hashtag save the animals.
So this is kind of scary because I'm going to be doing a strat where I could take more damage than I have health, so... Not sure what I want to do.
Ah, I got trolled. Really like a health drop. Really like a health drop. Okay. 1, take damage. This is kind of scary because these guys will kill me now, so I'm gonna see if I should take this a bit slower. That was close.
Is it 62 from the ones with the eyes?
60, 70, I'm not sure. Mr. Jagger strat.
That wasn't a joke. We actually do call them Jagger strats.
Yeah, there's one in, like after you hit power bombs that someone referred to as the Jagger strat. It's pretty easy to do and it saves a couple frames. So, like, I mean, especially if it saves time. I don't understand why they call it a Jagger strat.
So I'll be doing a safer strat up here, but I'm hoping one of either Kirby or Jagger goes for it because it's pretty impressive.
course.
I just can't
I
risk
have
it
enough
because
health.
I don't have enough.
I don't have
health.
enough health to go for it.
Oh,
so.
dang.
If you plan on donating to save the animals, now's the time to do it.
I would have gone for it anyway, by the way.
Got a $40 donation from Digital Alchemist. Had a pretty terrible evening at work, so making this donation during Metroid to make myself feel a little better. Putting my money towards Mexi playing the Pokemans because he's a bro. Good luck to all the racers. My gauntlet of packet is adorable. 300k height.
Just a note to everyone, save the animals.
Save the animals.
Keep
They give you
fusion
that
cannon.
luck.
Yeah,
Take fusion cannon.
And on that note, we're
Not good for both.
just shy of $295,000 in donations.
So,
Nice. Keep it up, guys.
Oh.
I don't know who keeps putting walls all over the station.
how is a normal person meant to get around this station anyway?
Well, how are they supposed to get around in any Metroid game?
Yeah.
Maybe everybody in the Galactic Federation is like incredibly uncanny.
Ah, I missed that.
I noticed some Metroid games there are like ladders in the background and stuff that you can't climb. Easy
All
every
right,
time.
so Jagger got that.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, this is kind of bad. Windspark? Oh. There we go.
There you go.
I did that too late, so I had to go through this without Shinesparking. But doing it too early is worse because you have to redo the speed boost. Because these Shinesparks don't really save that much time. Oh yeah, don't get the missile tank. Oh, that's kind of too late in reminding Biospark.
Don't really need to remind me. I don't really run the other categories very seriously, so I've pretty much only
I'm probably
been
the
seriously
one.
practicing 1% for years, really.
I'm probably the one who needs reminding the most.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm trying to jump and shoot on those elevators because it'll basically stop you right away when you're speed boosting, but I've missed it the last few times.
Shout out to the party next door. They sound like they're having a lot of fun.
Not as much as fun as we are.
Was it bad then? Oh.
I think it was the other conference room.
Yeah, that was the other one.
Oh, this is getting pretty.
Oh,
Oh.
right. No one saw that.
So just as a reminder to everyone, this is Summer Games Done Quick 2014, a charity speedrunning marathon for Doctors Without Borders, an international medical humanitarian organization who provides healthcare to people in over 60 countries whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. We are also paired with the partnering with the Yeti for this event, who has another great line of t-shirts, and $3 from each of those sales will go directly to Doctors Without Borders.
Got it. It saves like very little time, according to Biospark.
It saves time.
It saves time and it looks cool, so.
It does save time.
Ooh, that's not good.
I hear beeping.
Give me some blue X, thank you.
Beeping strats.
Oh yeah. There's a trick with after you shine spark horizontally into a wall. If you hold jump, you can immediately jump out of the bonk animation.
For some reason, it only works if you transport horizontally, not diagonally.
Essentially, you can get a double jump before you get space jump. But you have Transpark anyway, so usually it's not helpful, except for where we just Transparked.
Whoa, that was close.
Got a $35 donation from Hagure. I love the Metroid races. Good luck with the eye doors.
Idor Force.
It's the red X.
$15 from Dragano. Watching for first time, and I have to say it's amazing to watch you guys speedrunning. Especially seeing you guys running Metroid Fusion, one of my favorite GBA games, is cool. Show the SAX that the copy is never better than the original. Greetings from Germany.
Oh,
Yeah, this is really dangerous right here because of how much damage those things do.
80 damage.
And he has to get a speed boost through here. There's no way around it.
Otherwise, there are some missiles you can. There are some blocks you can power bomb, but
To get
they
through
lead
those, you need
to
to
a
get a
missile
missile
tank.
And even a TAS can't get past it.
yeah,
you have
those
to
things
speed
do
boost.
way too much damage. I thought it was actually clear there, but it got me right before I started speed boosting, unfortunately. So my safety
Might have
save
to
here.
save.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
thought
probably
that
should
was
have
an
safety
error.
saves because Spitter Hall is kind of dangerous, but oh well.
I was
That's fine.
Oh, they're fine.
It'll be fine.
Talking. We haven't done.
So this is where all the things that can kill us really begin.
What could possibly go wrong?
So yeah, this is the start of like a boss gauntlet, basically.
This is why we nicknamed the Yakuza Gauntlet. There's the E-Tank, several Space Pirates, Yakuza, Key Hunters, and SAX Escape.
Yeah, so coming up is an energy tank that you have to jump over, and it's a very narrow window. So we like to say that the energy tank is the hardest boss in the game.
That energy tank is the hardest boss in the game.
Well, for 1% at least.
Come on. Ah, really? Yes. Okay.
Well, Biospark has defeated the boss.
I defeated the first boss.
Second boss incoming.
Got a $10 donation from Wolf Freak. Hey guys, long time viewer, first time I'm able to watch the marathon live. What you guys do is amazing, much love and respect. I wasn't going to donate until later, but that plushie is too cute to resist. Also, come on guys, have a heart and save the animals.
So Yakuza can randomly choose to move around the room up to 4 times. Nothing you can do about it.
I'm getting bad luck.
I know Yakuza is a boss that a lot of people had
Worst luck
trouble with.
possible.
That a lot of people had trouble with playing this game when they were younger. Watch these guys do it with 100 health.
Supposedly, it has an even chance of giving 1, 2, 3, or 4 rounds, but by far most often we get 4 rounds.
I don't kill that pirate because if I do, he'll spawn right here. And when I kill this pirate, he'll be on the bottom and be in the way.
Nice.
Zero beam.
Sweet spot.
So right there, through this gauntlet, what I generally do is I leave the first pirate alive because if I kill him, he'll spawn in a platform below, which you can just you can beat him to the hole. So
It's not one round. I just missed too many missiles at the start. So
But the problem with that is if you kill the next pirate,
okay.
I'll explain later. One sec. Crap. Okay, so if you kill the next pirate, if the previous one already spawned in the upper platform, then he'll go down a platform, and he'll be in position to shoot you when you're at the idol. So what I do is I just leave the first pirate alive, just to free up that second spot for him to go to instead. So he'll be out of the way for the rest of the room.
It's just one of those small time savers that we found over the years.
It's more for consistency, I think.
Got a $10 donation from Secret Key. Secret Key here. It's time for a 4-round Yakuza fight.
Too late.
In all seriousness, though, greeting from the Metroid Fusion speedrunning community. We are all watching you and having a good time. Rock on.
Thanks, Secret Key.
Did anyone get less than a 4-round Yakuza?
I got 1 round, but I didn't fire enough missiles at the very start, so I had to fight it. Do
Why don't
another
you get
round.
another 1 round?
I got 2 rounds in a row, so that's still better than a 4 round.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, one annoying thing about Core X's is that a lot of times you use a lot of your missiles on the actual boss fight. So again, ideally you want to be at full health 3 guaranteed to get all missile drops, but a lot of times that's not the case. So
Especially with Yakuza.
yeah, especially with Yakuza, you're almost always going to get at least once.
Also, I'm not sure if we mentioned already, but as you progress through the game, you fight 9 or 10 regular Core X's, I believe. I believe it's 9, and pretty much each one gets progressively harder to get double missiles on. The reason being, whenever you upgrade your missiles, it increases the time it takes for the missiles to cool down.
It increases the cooldown and how fast it goes.
Yeah.
Which makes it harder to keep them together.
So, like, if you have ice missiles, it's just barely possible to get a double without jumping. After diffusion missiles, it's pretty much impossible.
I missed the sweet spot. I took damage intentionally so that I could be inside when I killed it, but it was too far off.
You notice Kirby spamming power bombs on this boss that he's fighting right here. This is one of the few bosses where power bombs are actually useful, just because they don't really have a good way to damage it quickly. And power bombs do 40 damage per shot.
50.
50?
But
Yes.
yeah,
Okay,
close
I'll
enough.
go off.
Missiles do 40.
Yeah, missiles do 40, wide beam does 45, assuming all
Well, at
parts
least
hit.
ice missiles do 40.
Yeah, division missiles do 45. And power bombs
So you have to
do
be careful
50.
for this key hunter here, because it can kill you in 1 hit.
This is the run-ending key hunter.
Because, yeah,
I'm very uncomfortable with
abnormally
attacking power
cautious
bombs.
there just to be safe.
Yeah, when the key hunters have their tails sticking out, it's a 1-hit KO for 1%.
Yep. That's what Jagger was saying earlier when they do 137 damage.
Now it's not a double. Oh wait, that was. Okay, never mind. Shout outs to Kadoom for figuring out how to semi-consistently double the plasma beam core. Kadoom is a very good fusion runner.
Twitch.tv/Kajim, go follow him.
And I recommend you follow him. You spell his Twitch name by K-A-H Doom. I think, yeah, he has a 106 on Fusion 100%, which is tied with me, and the record is 105. And 106 is a really good time, so he's very good.
Got a $10 donation from Insignia16. Hi everyone, long time watcher, first time donating. It blows my mind how easy you guys make Metroid Fusion look, and I appreciate the time and travel expenses you all took to help with the GDQ events. Put my bid towards killing the animals, because if the animals are not there, Samus wouldn't be saved at the end of Fusion, creating an alternate universe where Metroid Dread is a real thing.
Metroid Dread, let it happen!
So we're all deathless right now, right?
Yeah, we're all deathless.
Nice.
All deathless and energy
That could change a
tankless.
nightmare.
That could change Nightmare.
Probably won't. It'll change to something just completely
Random. But, like the
Unexpected.
1% fish.
So I have to
1%
safety save here.
1% fish.
rippers.
Yeah, I'm definitely safety saving for.
Oh, okay.
Jagger, are you going for Nightmare Space Boost?
Why not?
Fair enough.
Fun fact, I've never actually gotten that trick, but essentially it's this really long space boost. Instead of just shine sparking for 5 or 6 rooms.
Oh, I got
that,
another
but yeah.
Redex.
You go through like 2 extra rooms.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Saves like
with
4 or
the
5 seconds.
with the space boost, you go further, so it saves about 5 seconds. So if I screw it up like halfway through, it won't lose that much time. Because I'm still speed boosting at least. I did take a detour I will have to take a detour to start out the speed boost.
Shoutouts to Biospark for remembering to safety save when I forgot to tell him.
Thank you.
So Biospark's starting the boss that most people will probably consider the hardest boss in the game.
It's not that bad though.
It's not bad once you know how to handle it, but for most
Scary?
newer players, this is probably the hardest boss to handle.
But the shots I did right there are very specific, and they guarantee that you will kill that pirate no matter where he is. But it's a very precise shot, like almost pretty much pixel perfect.
So what you saw Biospark do there for phase 1, he wanted to stop phase 1 as high up as possible, so we'd have as much time in phase 2 to be able to attack the core before Nightmare got back to the ground. That allowed him to kill phase 2 without really being able to do anything. Ah, that was close.
That room is the hardest room.
That was really close, Jagger.
Good thing I got health, because those guys on the ceiling do 90 damage.
So I delayed jumping up in the ladder because sometimes he won't stop when he swings around.
Oh,
It was the
man.
first death. That was pretty dumb.
Yeah, that is why it's very important to save like immediately before and after
And
Nightmare.
again, it's not the bosses that are hard, but it's just random crap like that that you don't expect. One of these guys ceiling. That guy that I just killed. He sniped me.
So yeah, it's very important. It's a very smart idea to save before
Nice.
Nightmare. As I've pointed out before in the past, I am not a very smart man.
Jagger.
So that was damageless for Nightmare.
Very nice.
When's the last time you saved?
Just for fun.
Before Notori.
Oh, are you talking about Jagger?
Yeah,
He's not safety saving?
you need to not save.
Jagger.
We'll be fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, maybe that.
That was almost spooky. Too spooky for me.
Oh, I forgot to say that. Sorry. Too spooky. Too spooky for me.
Oh, I don't like this pattern. I don't like you.
Another enemy is just weird.
He's very shiny.
He
you know.
just looks sad.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that.
If you
Twitch chat, I'm sorry.
if you want to see other M runs, you should follow JaggerG because he has the record for them. Kind of runs other
The
M.
only speedrun for them. Yes.
Oh, what is this pattern?
Oh, what?
That wasn't
dying,
the
guys.
1% fish, but
That
it
was
a
weird.
fish.
Never had that happen
That can be
before.
1% fish too.
2% fish.
Well, that sucks. I was hoping to go deathless, but
Oh.
well.
No damage. That's good. That means I get only missile drops. Or I can take a hit on the Corex.
Man, Jagger.
Yeah, this is a strategy that Biospark once accidentally mentioned when he was talking to me once. He did it in his segmented 0% run. Essentially what you do is you want to get really close to his face when you fire a charge beam. And that will do flare damage as well. Because
That's not good.
while the plasma beam does damage per frame, it's really weird how Nightmare takes damage.
Nightmare's face basically stops the beam, so it can't do damage. It only does damage for 1 frame.
Easy every time.
So Kirby is now in first place while Jagger remains deathless.
So Kirby, you have to purposely lose.
The lower sector 4 is very scary because like the big fishes do like 40-50 damage, and then these seahorse-like enemies that's right above me does like 80-ish. touch it, so I'm going to take this very safe. That guy right there. So, oops.
Fish was waiting for you.
Yeah, like we said, the nightmare isn't necessarily the only thing we're worried about. So like, I could have potentially died after nightmare very easily.
Oh, I didn't save after nightmare. Well.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had saved, but I've never died in lower sector 4 before, so.
Yeah, this is the point in the game where
Which means it'll probably happen.
is going to do around like 80 damage a hit. They don't really have a lot of leeway to take to do a lot of damage boosts anymore.
Those crabs do a lot of damage too. There's a shortcut here I'm using that I'm not sure if it's exactly intended or not, but you can transport through that and it's faster than going all the way back and taking the casual route.
Kirby confirmed casual.
So we do have a couple donation incentives coming up here. Our big one is Siglemic's going to do a Super Mario 64 run based on how much money we can raise by midnight tonight. So in the next 8 hours, if we can reach a $400,000 total of donations between basic donations to the marathon and Humble Bundle purchases, he will do a 70-star run. Currently we are over 300,000, so he'll be doing a 16-star run. And if we can reach 500,000 by the end of tonight, he'll be doing a 120-star run. So get your donations in for that if you want to see Siglemic do a big run.
Donation total.
Currently, our donation total is $295,000 for just to the marathon. And I've been told that Humble Bundle sales are around 60,000, so we are somewhere in the $350,000 to $360,000 range. So if we can get another 50,000 by the end of tonight, we'll be getting a 70-star run. And about 150,000 more by the end of tonight, we'll be getting a 120-star run.
We can do it.
We have the technology.
As we're all sitting here playing on CRT televisions.
This is the technology.
In addition, we do have a few incentives coming up for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. For the character choice to finish the game, character will be wearing a costume, and currently Luigi's in the lead with $503 to Waluigi at $300.
Go Luigi.
We have the incentive for the file name, which currently Almond is at $75 in the lead, and CBX at $55 in the lead. So if anyone has a preference on the file name, that should be pretty easy to snipe.
Baby. Yes.
I normally wouldn't safety stage here, but in a practice run I kind of died to this boss, so I'm kind of scared.
And one more for that game, we have the name choice for Yoshi, and currently Gerstmann is in the lead with $1,825, and Muxie at $1,435 in second place.
It's awkward. I'm not used to this.
Very important to have full missiles here, or close to it at least. How much does this boss take? 12
12
missiles?
diffusions. Yeah, that was a really bad fight, but oh well. I didn't die. The hard part is the core X though, because its beam does 80 damage. I can take
whoops.
one hit, fine.
Very good fight for Jagger.
Ooh.
And we do have a couple prizes for the Metroid block.
Ooh.
So essentially, what I tend to do with I-cores is, if I really, really don't want to get hit, which is often in a 1% run, is I kind of wanted to open its eye somewhat like medium range to me. So like I shoot straight forward, and that'll, since I'm close enough, it'll try to shoot straight towards me, but it'll jump right after. It's really easy to dodge beams if you're just jumping over them. I really want a safety save here. Otherwise, if you're too far away, you'll probably have done this if you tried this category before. If you're too far away, you shoot the eye, you try to jump over it, and then it shoots diagonally into you. So
Wow, Biospark.
Yeah, that was a
Really good box 2 fight.
Well, I gotta catch
Nice.
up.
So what happened, I think Biospark told me about this and Kadoom found it apparently. So the room where SGDQ is blowing up the Metroid stuff, glass and stuff, if you jump through a door, the 3 Metroids before the ceiling's blown up are lined up vertically. For some reason, only 2 of them were lined up vertically when I did that, which is really weird. So that's why I was like, what just happened? But whatever.
Yeah, Kadoom found that out.
So I haven't saved this nightmare, so the only thing that can really, I'm going to save before Ridley, but I can die to Gold Pirates and that will put me back by like 10 minutes. So yeah, hopefully Gold Pirates go okay.
Well, there is another safety save you could take before the Gold Pirates.
Oh, screw that. Actually, don't remember where it is.
At the bottom of the shaft, just go right.
Oh, right before where you shoot diffusions.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one.
Jagger getting trolled by the Rippers.
That didn't blow up? Okay.
I don't think you let it go. The
Yeah.
explosion go long enough.
You just set a chat bomb off. You said let it go.
So the trick here I'm doing with the Gold Pirates is that you're supposed to shoot their back, but the game only checks if you're facing the same direction, so you can shoot them and then turn around before the beam hits them, and you just kill the Gold Pirates instantly, usually.
who's to say what it was supposed to do?
I lost
So-
the 1% run to these Rippers once before.
So coming up, we have the fight with Ridley, which is very interesting in 1%. We actually use a very different strat as opposed to any.
Got the
Ooh,
eye,
bomb.
yes.
Perfect eye bomb.
It's the run.
So they're actually just going to kind of stick to the top corner here and just kind of, yeah, that.
Perfect dive. That looks.
Ooh. That's scary. He just sniped me.
$100 donation from Delius.
With a double.
Love watching the Metroid runs. It's always fun to see people break such well-designed games. Save the
There goes all the deathless runs.
1 death each.
So far.
So far, everyone's at 1 death.
Pacifist! That's a lot harder.
Come on,
Thank you very much. Hashtag save the animals.
Save the animals.
I missed.
Biospark is through.
There you go.
Is that 2 doubles?
1 double.
Okay.
That's still really impressive given that he has
Yeah.
diffusion missiles.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Diffusion doubles on release really hard. I'm gonna take this save because I can die from these pirates, and that's kind of bad. This is still anyone's race, by the way. Like, one of us can die to the very last boss, and that's pretty much
1
3 minutes
small
gone.
mistake on
One
the last
tiny
boss
mistake on the
will
last boss and it's
kill you
over.
instantly.
So,
Or Kirby could do like he
The
did
last 2
yesterday and
bosses.
soft
Oh,
lock it
man.
on phase 2.
That'd be nice.
Made the boss invincible. He made the boss invincible and couldn't damage it, and it was just jumping around. Nothing you could do.
We're not sure what happened.
Yeah, I haven't figured it out yet.
So we've known for a long time that happens to people from time to time. I've heard of it happening like 6 times ever in the past 12 years that it's been out.
and it happened to me when I was practicing, like, a few days ago.
Chat, raise your resident sleepers.
Very nice. That climb's a lot harder than it looks.
No, I screwed it up, but I got it mostly.
It's fine.
I forgive you.
Better get past this.
Okay.
Almost perfect.
You get style points for more bombs, though.
That tail's still active after he dies, by the way. Be careful if you ever try this. It does more damage than the body does.
Yeah, Riz's body spotting doesn't do very much damage. It's like 20, 30, which is actually pretty nice.
Okay. Gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah!
Jagger got pacifist.
Sweet. I like turtles.
Got a $10 donation from Nijaho. I'll donate another 10 for Kirby to take his sunglasses off for the rest of the game.
Give me a second. Oh, that's bright.
That's what you get for wearing sunglasses the whole run.
Oh, why? For some reason I didn't take the shortcut. I don't know why. For some reason there's a shortcut you're supposed to take and I didn't think about it. I thought I was trying to save the animals, that's why.
You're just trying to let me catch up, right?
Totally.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh, that was too early. My health doesn't really matter here because I'm gonna die in one hit no matter what, pretty much.
Got $35
Oh, that's exact?
from Cashews.
I'll get it.
Love the quality of the stream and dedication of all the participants. Fusion is one of my most favorite games. I don't think I've ever been more terrified in a handheld game than that room where you see SAX below you and have to jump down. Good luck and have fun.
$100 if anyone goes for Pogo and gets it.
$40 from Chunky Benjamin, homesick from work with the flu. Thank you for keeping me entertained. I've always loved the Metroid series. Hopefully you get well soon and enjoy the marathon.
Yeah, that iCore X is trying so hard right now.
Ooh, sweet spot.
That's a bit distracting, not gonna
3
lie.
spooky 5 meat.
Yeah, you don't want to charge a Shine Spark on that navigation pad, by the way. And that's why.
Biospark going for riskier strats here, trying to get doubles. Did you
No, I wasn't going for
got
doubles.
it. Did you?
No, I wasn't
Oh.
going for doubles.
You did get sweet spot though.
Yep.
Aw, missed a low height.
I believe the Ice Beam will kill you in one hit, so...
Yeah, it will.
Essentially, to get doubles on cores, you have to shoot so late that you're about to hit the core when you shoot the second missile.
Usually when
Not
you
worth
do
it.
doubles on beam cores, you don't get hit by the beam, but it's still risky though. Like you touch the core itself, which doesn't do as much damage as the beam.
You know, like, I really don't want that to be picked up on the mics, but I really do. I wish you guys could hear this.
Kirby got quick kill.
Looks like we have our winner.
Get the time ready.
Well, it has to keep running though. Nice. That makes 2 for 2 in marathons.
Time.
Okay.
We're good. Not bad.
There's a door in the way!
Alright, let's see if Biospark can get this.
Yeah. Oh! Jeez.
This is either game now.
Go, go, go. I think I was too far forward.
Yeah.
The positioning for that is very, very precise. I'm not sure how many pixels it is, but it's
We actually look at Samus's foot and match it up with the spot on the ground. It's pretty precise.
Yeah, the idea is it's not just mash to win. You have to stand on a specific spot such that the center of the ice beam goes all the way through the Omega Metroid, so it deals more damage because every beam you have from Plasma Beam and on does damage per frame. So if you do enough damage to Omega Metroid quickly enough, it'll keep staggering. So you have to get hit that spot really quickly, and then shoot your beam as fast as possible. Mashing is usually actually slower than just manually timing it. So, for most
Whoops.
people.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I lost this one.
So just as a reminder, we do have 4 prizes for the Metroid block.
Why did that?
Any donation of $5 or more will get you entered for any of the 3 prizes of Alpaca Zero Suit Samus plushie, Metroid Art Folio, and a SR388 studies poster. Any donation of $10 or more during the Metroid block will get you entered into a drawing for the Samus Aran figure.
Save the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can feel every Super Metroid runner cringing.
So I had a pretty unique strategy for this race going into it. Like when we first offered the race, basically, I saw Kirbymastah's submission. He said basically, like we can do either a 3-way race or. Well, I hadn't
I think I
offered it yet.
initially offered any percent
You said
as a race.
either
and
a 2-way any percent race or just have Biospark do a 1% because he's easily the best out of any one of us. So what I figured is that since it's essentially, in my opinion, a pretty clear.
Oh, close.
A pretty clear tier, I guess you could say, for how good we are, like how fast we are at this game in general. Like,
Nice.
wow. Okay,
3
thank
for
you,
3.
Omega.
3 in
Please.
marathons.
Since I figured, if we did any percent, essentially it would definitely be Biospark in first. Kirbymastah will probably take second. And I would get third, trailing behind by like a minute. In 1%, however, there is the chance that any one of us can die. So while Biospark and Kirbymastah claim that it is not a good idea. It is not a good idea it is not race friendly as a category. What I figured is that it would actually give us a chance to beat Biospark. So
Which you did. That you did.
done.
And
one-
time.
I think you were 3 seconds off of each other.
Kirbymastah coming in with the game time.
So we were going for in-game, right?
51.
I mean, I was taking a lot of saves, so I didn't expect to stop 50.
Yeah, so essentially with my strategy, it made it a lot harder, but it increased our chances. And I'm glad that worked out fairly well.
Right.
That was
While these
really
credits,
close.
Biospark, while these credits rolled, you said you wanted to show something off on Fusion. You can show it off on this cartridge.
No, that's fine.
Since he already has his credit,
Yeah.
his final time up.
Yeah, so I can just reset this right now.
We are faster than you.
Yeah.
They stopped.
I kind of hope they heard that.
So we did get the second $10 from Nijaho, and he said, "See Kirby, you win when you can see the screen."
Why do I have like Zelda music coming through my speakers?
Star Fox.
too? Oh, is it?
$25 from Nintendo Dude. All my life I heard that playing video games is a waste of time. Not only do you guys take up as little time as possible, but you do so for a worthwhile cause. Keep making games a force for good, you guys.
Yeah, I got through the credits first.
Save the animals.
$20 from Ferris37. Everything helps, right? Is it bad of me to mention Ocarina of Time as one of the bonus games? Ocarina of Time. Also, if everyone watching donates $4,
the mics.
we'll reach the 500 goal.
Oh yeah, we need a group hug.
Just as a reminder, we do have a donation incentive for our total donations before the end of tonight. If we reach $400,000 total, Siglemic will be doing a 70-star SM64 run. And if we reach $500,000, he'll be doing a 120-star run. As of right now, it's a 16-star run. So get your donations in for that if you want to see him do a longer run. Got $40 from Ian Mahoney. You folks are awesome as always. Just keep on doing what you're doing. $50 from Anonymous. Thanks SGDQ for completely killing my productivity at work this week. It's been so much fun to watch such great runs. Got $50 from S. Tim. I will always have respect for the community and how everyone comes together to raise not only money for awareness, but for a worthy cause. Keep making the community proud, and maybe this year I'll win a plushie. $35 from General Peaches. Shoutouts to all you guys for doing this. Wanted to donate a second time for Metroid Fusion Race Hype. Let's save those animals. Also $30 from Sir Program. Been watching all week whenever I can. Looking forward to the Fusion 1% race. Many thanks to all the runners across the entire marathon for their amazing runs. And just as a reminder to everyone, this is Summer Games Done Quick 2014. You just finished watching a Metroid Fusion 1% race between Kirbymastah, JaggerG, and Biospark. SGDQ is a charity speedrunning marathon raising money for Doctors Without Borders, an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. Today, Doctors Without Borders provides independent, impartial assistance in more than 60 countries to people whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. And in 1999, some knowledge of game mechanics and or glitches. You can also check out the Twitch team at www.twitch.tv/teams. Have a Humble Bundle sale going on at humblebundle.com/SGDQ with a list of games that have been run and or will be run at the marathon this event, including Noitu Love 2 Devolution, Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs, Bleed, Dust Force, Gianna's Sisters Twisted Dreams, Rise of the Overlord,